freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. Over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my own grave. And go home to my Lord and be free. No more weeping, don't you know? No more weeping. No more weeping over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my own grave. And go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. I'm going home to my Lord and be free.
Oh, that is such a beautiful song. You know, that's how a lot of Black people felt when they were going through slavery. They wanted to be in their graves. It was so horrifying being a slave, especially being a Black slave, where you weren't even given the basic respects. And it's heartbreaking. And there's always an excuse that Black people use. If you're a Black woman that's not ashamed of your body, you're horrible, you're an embarrassment. If you're a Black person that loves your own people, you have to deny it totally. You're not allowed to love your own people. When you are stating as a Black woman that you love the Black man, they accuse you of trolling. Oh, you couldn't possibly mean that. You're trolling us. And see, I believe that slavery has been abolished, but I believe that you can still allow yourself to be enslaved by participating in certain behaviors. And I believe that the impact of racism, the impact of certain games that can be played by people that are racist against Black people, I believe that it can have just as disastrous effect over the mind, the bodies, and the spirits of Black people. Being subjugated, being stalked by a Caucasian person can hurt you. It hurts you inside, because especially when the person is being allowed to do it by other Blacks. I'm going to allow this person that's Caucasian to brutalize you because they're white and they have the right to do it. And when you ask them, well, why would you allow this person to do this? The only excuse is, well, since you brought it up, that means that you must want that person. So that's really that's really devastating. But what I notice is that Black people have a tendency to degrade their own children. They have a tendency to degrade their own family members for the sake of racism. And I realized that a lot of these Black people that I thought that I knew for years, it was okay to say it publicly. It was okay to pretend to be okay with other Black people privately, but publicly, even if I'm your mother, I'm going to disrespect you, and I'm going to advocate and fight for white supremacy and for a white person to have the right to bombard you and stalk you. Imagine coming from a Black family where your mother is okay with that. Imagine that. I don't care under any circumstances, but then they will post on their pages things about white supremacy when you can't even, what does it just apply to you? So Black people need to get it together. We do. We need to get it together. And, you know, I think it's important for Black people to still be educated on this. Because anytime in 2000 and something to where you still feel the need to literally be as hateful as possible to other Black people, this is what we have happening a lot. A lot. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. It is okay for Black people to love each other. It's okay for you to care about each other. No Black person actually has to be embarrassed. I don't care if the Black woman is naked in a photo or not. It's a photograph of a naked body. You still have the right to love your people. You still have a right to care about your people and show your people respect. Because maybe if you Black men were not body shaming Black women in the first place, maybe Black women wouldn't be so open with their body. Okay? There's a lot of racism on YouTube. And, you know, racist people are not allowed on my channel. Okay? Racism and white supremacy, we don't believe in that over here. We don't sign up for it. It's unfair. And then for you to bring this crap to YouTube where people are trying to run their businesses over and over and over and over again. It's pretty disgusting. As we have a Black man, or presumably a Black man, calling and stalking my phone. You know, a lot of these Black men on YouTube are lost. They claim that they are for Black rights, but yet they stalk you with white racists. They're very disrespectful to Black women. And then they'll say, oh, well, I have a Black family. So that means Black men that are out in social media being disrespectful to Black women, talking about their own Black families. You sound just like white people that say, hey, I'm not racist. I've got Black best friends. You do. And I think it's sad when Black people are ashamed of loving each other to the capacity that they would treat each other the way that blacks have treated each other. Now, have I ever not loved or cared about a black man just because he showed his body? No. I've never disliked a black man just because he showed his body. In fact, I think that typically women, oh, hey, Section 8 millionaire, you're here. I'm sorry, hon. He comes in here saying you love white folks. Right now, who is the one that has a white girlfriend? And should you have to be ashamed of that? You obviously are ashamed of it because you're taking offense to what I'm saying. No, I'm not obsessed with white people. Sorry. Okay. 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 Bye. Bye. Yeah. That was a guy that is actually in a relationship with a white woman. And evidently he must have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with black people and white people dating each other. Honestly, I don't. There's a lot of black women that do take issue with that, but I'm one of them that doesn't. Evidently, this man must feel bad about being in a relationship with white people, and he just, it's like, no, that's not what it is. I want to know because our fathers and these men who hold on, y'all, hold on. Hello? Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. I know because our fathers and these men who hold the abuse our fathers forced on us against is just pathetic and disgusting. Yeah, you know what the crazy part about it is that, I wasn't raised in that kind of confusion. Racism was not a part of my daily life growing up. I did notice strange things would sometimes happen. To fast forward to now, to have my mother being cool with a white supremacist that stalked me online for 6 or 7 years is kind of messed up, you know. And I don't know where the change came from exactly, but what I can tell you is that it's okay for Black people to love each other. And I don't know where this complex comes from. I do know that back in the day, it was illegal for Black people to get married. So my assumption is that somewhere during slavery, Black people must have been forced to turn against each other, which would make sense. It would make, oh God. Oh my God, get out of my chat room, you weirdo. What in the world? Why do they come to go make a video? Why are you coming in my chat? I don't want to hear from you. Hello? Okay, y'all, hold on a second. I gotta go to the door real quick. Oh, wow. Hi. Can you please come and get these packages for me, sweetheart? Please. All right, y'all, I'm back. So I'm about to actually eat. I am hungry. I kind of feel a little headachy. I'm so hungry. But um, what I was gonna say is that, that whole Black sector thing, these people have been so trained and programmed that now there's a Black man that is ashamed of me just because I have a nude body. But in reality, the reason why that Black sector shamed him is because I'm Black. And literally, this situation has got people totally henpecked. I have never in my life, not in the 40-something years that I've been alive, have witnessed something like this. So sometimes I sit back and I ponder, are these people paid actors? Are they serious? Because I think that if you're a Black man, you can come to YouTube and do far better as a vlogger and get more actual supporters that are not carrying the entire toxic Avenger energy with them. You could actually come to YouTube as a Black man, and claiming your own people would actually make you more successful. So who does this? That's what I'm saying. Who does that? Is that an actor? Is that somebody that has somebody at their house with a gun to their head saying, I'm forcing you to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to shoot you? Because I would ask, because back during slavery, the reason why Black people had to put up with that crap is because they were being threatened. There was guns to their heads. Here we are in 2021, And you're not even being forced to do it unless you're a slave, unless you've been held captive and forced to represent white supremacy. I'm a little confused about it. And I don't have to be pro-black to be intelligent. You're, as a black person, if you do that, you're creating problems in your own life. Why can't I just be normal and say, hey, white people are white people, black people are black people? Why does it have to be a big deal like that? I've never had that kind of relationship with white people. I don't understand why you have to throw your own people under the bus. And why would you want to be cool with somebody that requires for you to throw your own people under the bus? Why would you even want to date somebody like that? Unless you have some reason to have hatred for your own people, why would you think that that's cool or the way to go about doing things? Will you pull cards on my question? I didn't see your question. Hold on. Maybe they're not showing it. Hold on a second. Okay. I didn't see a question. Pull cards on how black men will honestly love and protect black women. Oh, okay. That's what you asked, 1EQL. Okay. I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even have to pull cards on that. You know, there are a lot of black men that love black women. They just don't, they're just not the ones getting all of the attention. For the past several years, black men with an issue with black women, and they're the ones that have been getting all of the attention. And the reason why is probably because the black community is trying to help them. But I think that we need to start putting more focus on black men that got better sense than this. Disgusting. What? And because a racist white man came to YouTube claiming to be my son's father, you're an idiot if you believe that dude, this guy created something and evidently found my address and created something. And so these people think, you know, white people that play y'all black men like that, they really got your head messed up. Yeah, that's another ploy. There's no proof that that man is my son's father. A FedEx receipt does not prove that. Oh my God, get a life. I'm sorry, black men, when a strange white person walks up to you and says, I'm her baby's father, I can prove it by producing a FedEx receipt, you pretty much need to get it together. You need to get it together, hon. You need to think in your mind, what am I doing wrong here? I can tell you that. This is another example of black women being disrespected. I have never once came on here to discuss Jacob's father, and that is because he is an anonymous donor that I've met in person a bunch of times. Jacob has actually met his father a bunch of times. He's anonymous. That's usually what donors are. They're anonymous. Y'all made up that whole story. And you took it and you ran with it because there was somebody that was crazy enough that was willing to say it publicly, because some people just don't care. And that's all you have to hold on to, isn't it? Let me tell y'all something. The only reason why these people feel that it's okay to disrespect black women is because they've been getting away with it. Black women deserve privacy. If I were a white woman, would you be going around making up who my baby daddy is? No, you only do that to Black women. Why do you think it's okay to disrespect Black women to that capacity? Why do you think that that's okay? You need to digress. And like I said this morning, if you're spreading a rumor that of that capacity, I will flag you and possibly sue you, because you're not going to stigmatize my son the way you try to stigmatize Black women. The reason why you're trying to stigmatize my baby is because he comes from a Black woman. That's why. If I were a white woman, you would have never done that. In fact, you would have treated me like I was gold. And that's a problem. You should not treat white women better than Black women. Why do you think it's okay for you to do that? They hate themselves. I agree, African Soul Star. They do. They have the utmost hatred for themselves. Why are they trying to drag Black women into that? And trust me, I have a very interesting video coming up about ghetto gagging. Just because a Black woman allowed herself to be ghetto gagged doesn't mean that I would. So a lot of these people, they will see Black people doing disgusting stuff and they will think it's all Black people. So, and y'all know what ghetto gagging is. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Well, they think that this gives them success on YouTube. They think they're going to be successful on YouTube like their daddy. Y'all know who that is. But that's only him. You're not going to have any success from that. In fact, y'all don't even know what that man goes through. He goes through hell to keep carrying out this message of hatred against his own people. And the Black men should be embarrassed by that. They should be. Do you think that I'm going to say, oh, yeah, get those Black women, get them, just because of the way my mother has been acting? No. There's a lot of people that can keep it real. I'm one of them. Y'all got to start loving yourselves more than this. Just because a white person told you that another Black person was an embarrassment to you, you believe them? That's what you believe? The Black woman's nude body is somehow embarrassing to you? Oh God, he came back under another account. My goodness gracious. What is wrong with this person? Go away. Go away. Okay. Yeah. Go away. Good Lord. That's called an admission of guilt. If you have to continuously be in somebody's chat room running your mouth, that's called I'm guilty of something, obviously. So Black people, love yourselves. It's okay. It's 2021. We're not back in the 1930s or 1800s anymore. It's okay for you to show love to other Black people. I don't know if, perhaps, these people, I don't know what these people did to wash y'all brains. I mean, they're totally whitewashed. It's okay for you to date white people and not hate Blacks. It's okay for you to do that if that's what you want to do. But why do you have to show so much hatred for Black people? A lot of these Black men said, oh, I'm mad because a Black woman hurt my feelings, so I'm going to go and start dating white women, which, God, it's so ridiculous. And what they'll do is they'll go, I have made a commitment to date outside of my race, but yet they keep talking to us. You keep looking back. Don't look back at the Black woman. Move forward if that's what you want to do. But why do y'all have to be so disrespectful to Black women? Could it be because perhaps you're being used by white supremacy? Those white people really don't like you. They really don't have a genuine love for you. If their energy is requiring for you to dog out your own race, I never would have thought I would have saw that ever, like, and it is ridiculous. And you know what? There's a thin line between that and freedom of speech with what you guys are doing. And you don't leave us alone. Y'all go through changes. Y'all try to find out ways to get into people's houses and send Black women through hell at the bequest of a white woman. That's so sad for you. And you know what? When God forgave you, why didn't you understand that? Why didn't you take it as a blessing? That's all I'm saying. All I know is this. I love Black men. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do. And I had a Black man earlier today accusing me of lusting after a white man. And I think that he would say anything at this point to try to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I believe he'd say anything that he thought would get to me. But that nothing is further from the truth from that. And no, I did not have a biracial child because of that. First of all, my child, he looks like me anyway. So I wasn't trying to. And here's what I'll say moving forward. I like Black men that are healthy. I like Black men that have a healthy mind and not a slave mind. I like Black men that they just live life. They not even, every now and then the Black man may run into some racist stuff, but he got to let that roll off of his back. You do. I've had racist stuff happen to me as a Black woman. I'm not going to sit there and cry over it. You spend more time worried about what another race of people think of you than actually spending time with Black people that you love and care about. That's a problem. There shouldn't even be that kind of energy in your home. I digress. Here's what I will tell you. I love Black people. I love Black men. I support you. I apologize if you ever thought that I didn't. Okay, I think probably I was going through the same thing, maybe what you guys are going through now, only I got over it. I was angry at Black men for a little while, but to go off into it and go to the end of the moon and back with it, no, I've been blessed. I've been touched by an angel, and I'm glad that I'm glad that I feel that way at this point. So don't listen to Black men when they try to tell you that I don't love Black men. That's not true. Okay, and if I didn't really feel that way, I wouldn't be saying it. In fact, I'm cool with everybody, but at the end of the day, I would never throw my own people under the bus ever for anybody, ever. So I wanted to make that statement be known. Yes, I do have white clients. They don't have a problem with my love for self. My white clients are not questioning me because I love myself. So yeah, and I'm not a prostitute. So I do spiritual work for people. So I don't do stuff like that. Okay. Do I discriminate against other races of people? No, I don't. I don't have to be a part of discrimination. At any rate, it's all hate. It's all hate. And I don't want to be a part of hate on any level. So I'm not going to sit here and have hatred. I think that that's what that demon wants to feed on. And it's even used white people to. I've been through hell with white people. You think I still hate white people? You think that I hate white people because of it? No. Do you think I hate Black people because of the things that they have done? No. See, I know how to comprehend that people have their own thing that they got going on. So if you're over here expecting me to hate anybody, there's not a hateful bone in my body. I'm pretty much universal. I'm Switzerland. I don't want to be caught in the middle of that. If you're a Black person that hates white people, hey, that I would like to help you with that, because you know what? For you to hold on to that hatred, it's not good for you at all. Okay, even if every single white person in America or around the world was actually racist, you need to release that hate from your body and your spirit, because it's not going to do you any good. It's going to keep you from living your life. It's going to create sicknesses and illnesses in your body that you can't get rid of. You're giving yourself cancer. You have the right to coexist with white people. Do you have to hate them? No, you don't. So on both sides of the fence, I've been attacked by white people. I've been called a nigger by white people. Do I hate white people? No. On the other side, I've been attacked viciously by Black people. Does that mean that I hate Black people? No. I've been hurt by men. I have been hurt by men before in my life. Does that mean that I'm going to move forward hating men? No, I have more sense than that. And you deal with your grief the way that you want. But it makes no sense to hate the rest of the world based upon what somebody may have done to you. So that's just how I operate. Okay, listen, I got stalked by a white lady for several years. Does that mean that I hate white lesbians? No. That would be totally ignorant. That's called stereotyping people. I'm not that ignorant. I don't have hatred in my heart, not for anybody else or myself. And that is my final statement. Now, as far as with Black men, when I get married, that is who I'm going to marry, is a Black man. I don't care about all of these other agents and ops that have been put in front of me. I know what I want. Is that an insult to white men? No, it's not. People tend to like to date and sleep with their own race. It's just reality. Am I being racist or colorist because I prefer a Black man? I actually got accused of being a colorist because I prefer darker shades of Black men. That they accused me of being a colorist. And since when do these people with these total backwards off views have the right to be of any judgment of me? I've noticed that people have kind of been using these people as a temperature gauge for me. No, I am my own person with my own feelings and thoughts and reactions. So I don't have nothing to do with that ignorance. When you look at my company, whether or not you're a Black person or a white person, what I do is I deliver rituals and spells to you that work. Why, as a Black person, would I purposely sabotage anybody knowing that that would not be good for my business? I'm not self-sabotaging like that. That's not me. I don't discriminate against anybody when it comes to my business. And so far, what I've seen is these people trying to bring racial tension to my channel. I don't like it. I have a care for Black women. And of course, I'm a Black woman and I know your struggle. But would I sit up there and allow a white woman to be hurt? No, I'm not. Same thing when it comes to Black men. I give everybody the same respects. And you know what? That, I believe, was a lot of people's vision about the situation. I don't want to deal with it at all. It's just hate. And I don't like hate on any level. I really don't. And I've had somebody know, I've checked people on my other channels. Hate, no. There's no hate over here. So people need to accept that and get that through their heads. Take your hate and take it somewhere else, because I'm very sensitive to it. I don't like it. I prefer to live in love and happiness and peace and harmony with all of those around me. If you have that kind of chaos in your mind, I can help you. I can give you a cleanse. Now, I can't necessarily, if you got that kind of stuff inside of you, it may take more than one cleanse. But you definitely have something that is inside of you that is causing you to use racism as a way to hurt others because you're hurting. You trust me, I know how you feel. I'm not a perfect person. I've done things that I shouldn't have done too. I can honestly admit that I am guilty of that. But right now, here today, in April of 2021, moving forward, I don't want to deal with this kind of hatred ever again. So I'm saying this: I love Black people. I love you. I love your children. I love your little Black children. When I see Black people posting their beautiful Black babies in social media, I just think I want one. I want one of those. In fact, I've never had hatred for my lighter shade of skin, but you know, all my babies came out the same complexion as me. So, you know, it is what it is. I have very strong genes. Okay. But other than that, I cherish Black people and Black skin, all of it. Just know that. Don't ever get it twisted. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Love you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up and I will see y'all later. I got a haul coming up. Hopefully it'll get everybody's mind off of the negativity. All of my Yimmy Ya supplies are here and I'm really excited and I'm getting ready to get all that stuff opened. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll be back later. Love and light.